What's going on, everybody? It's me, Nightstargamer, and we're here with Talos Principle. This was a game that was recommended to me a couple years ago by, I believe, Cat King. I play you were the lad who recommended this to me. I've been wanting to get to this for a while, um, but it's one of those things where at first I just couldn't afford it. Then when I did finally buy it, it kept on getting pushed back because new stuff came out or other stuff I wanted to try happened, and then of course I wasn't streaming or anything for a year or so. So that kind of impacted stuff too. Um, so I figured, you know what, I'm trying to do more YouTube stuff, and I figured this would be a good game for that because from what I know, I don't know much about this game. All I know is that it's like a puzzle game. And I figured I've had issues in the past with like puzzle games and also Metroidvanias. I've had issues in the past with like Metroidvanias just because there are games that people watching most likely either haven't seen the game and they want to know about it, or they know the game and they want to see somebody else play through it. But from my experience, a lot of people get frustrated if you can't solve the puzzle that they know the answer to. And that gets frustrating on stream, right? Because then people are trying to spoil stuff for you. They're basically trying to they're trying to be helpful, but it's also just kind of annoying because you're trying to solve the puzzle yourself, and someone just told you the answer. So it's like, why am I here, right? So I figured this would be a good place to record it because that way there I can solve the puzzles. If they take a little bit of time for me to solve, I can edit that out, and everyone's happy. I'm aiming to have these episodes around an hour, but of course, if they're shorter, that's because I cut out some stuff. But that's my aim, at least. Record for an hour, cut it down, post it. That's my aim. And yeah, so let's get into this. Okay. So let's hit play. Let's play the game. Initializing firmware functional, loading child program parameters, system check pass, starting child process ready. So I did do a bunch of sound tests. I'm hoping the game sounds good. It should be good, but I also haven't tested it in game yet. I did turn down all the volumes, so hopefully it sounds good. All right.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
Logic check. I feel like I'm a little too zoomed in. Can I adjust that? Okay, that feels a little better. It's not as zoomed in. Subject, objective, or object, interaction. Okay. Ah, Okay. So I have to leave it behind. Okay, I can jump. These rocks don't exist. Okay, I'm guessing that's going to try to kill me. Am I just supposed to like sprint this? Can I sprint? I can sprint. I'm actually quite speedy. Okay, I cannot sprint that. Alright. I see. Okay. Alright, so you can disarm stuff with the jammers, it seems. Don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I discover. I'm not going to do any of the QR stuff. I don't know, maybe I will. We'll test the QR stuff with this QR code. Okay, so it literally just says what it says there. Okay. I don't see any other thingies.
All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome. And within each, I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
Okay. We got some water here. I can touch water, so that's good to know. Squiggly backwards LL. So we got some Tetris blocks. I see. So I use that sign to go through the portals. Okay. Straight line. Yellow L. What? Not required for. I see. So I have to complete tests. I guess we'll go with this one. So the weird Z and then backwards L's. So the turret there. The blocker here. Alright. I see. So you actually have a bit more range with the jammers than I initially thought. That's good to know. I can hold this, but we'll probably turn off. Yeah, that'll turn off the gun, so I should be able to grab the jammer now. Okay. We'll grab this Tetris piece.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
But I cannot target it through a fence. Good to know. Interesting. I guess I can go back now. I'm guessing I can't bring the jammer with me. Yeah. Okay, so we got a turret aimed down at this corner. I need to find a jammer. Okay, so that guy through that thing. Jammed over here, but there seems to be nothing. I can't get closer because of the barrier, so I think I need to close the barrier. How would I do... Oh, can I aim this at the barrier? And then lock the barrier when the thing's out? Yes. Okay, so let it come out. So now the orbit death can't get back in. We can then jam this, and then just swing on around. Grab the Tetris piece, and then be on our merry way.
One child. Only one more sigil is needed.
Okay. What are we dealing with here? Fenced area, there's a jammer, there's our good old death ball. So I must need to grab the thing. Okay. I see, I can dart into there when the thing passes. Okay. Got the jammer. So maybe I let that orb into this opening. We'll let our little spear friend do a little bounce. And I'll swing around. Disarm this. Alright, we got all three Tetris pieces.
My temple awaits you, child.
Yeah, we'll just,
Go
I don't know,
forth.
disable you. Alright. All bits gathered. Oh, now I have to actually solve this puzzle. Okay. So we are just playing Tetris now. I see. Okay, okay. But what about these puzzles?
my child. You do not need to collect all sigils at once. You are free to return to this place whenever you choose.
Alright, good to know. I'm gonna do it though. You can't stop me. Well, honestly, you probably could stop me. Alright, so we got two jammers. I keep wanting to call them like Kool-Aid jammers. Yeah, those things used to be like the thing when I was a kid. Yeah, this feels like death if I were to try and do something about it. Can I target that again? I can. Okay. We're learning. You need to calm down, man. Yoink. And the Kool-Aid jammers used to be like the thing when I was a kid. I had them not long ago as like we got. I think my dad got them in like from somewhere, and he can't have them because he's diabetic, so he let me have them, and they're not good. Like, I mean, maybe they used to be better when I was a kid, but they're not good. I don't think yeah. Like I don't know if it's just if they just made them worse or what, but I remember that they used to be like if you had them in your lunch as a kid, you were like the cool kid. And can I just? Oh no, there's two spears. You, you can just calm down, little guy. Cool, handled. But yeah, had them not long ago, and I don't know, maybe they're just maybe they changed the quality. I've been realizing that a lot lately with stuff that I've tried. I realized my camera has turned. Let me shift it a little bit. There we go. But yeah, they're not as good as I remember them being. Oh, um, loading a library session. Done. Mounting a local device. 47 million distributed resources found. Connecting network drives. Error. Network inaccessible. Loading built-in library. Assistant error. MLA unresponsive. Initiating command prompt done. Library archive session ready. Hello, world. Oh. Basic terminal commands list. Display a list of available resources. Open file names. I don't think we know any file names at the moment. Run MLA. Load built-in library assistant. Exit. List. Welcome, Athena. Nadia, Sarah, Honey. Hi again. I'm sorry if I was a little odd at the meeting. I know you were nervous, but the truth is that so was I. This may have been hard to believe, but you intimidate me. You're so young, and you've already accomplished so much. If the situation wasn't so grim, I might even be jealous. There's also something I wanted to clarify. I realized that nominally speaking, I am head researcher here. This is your project, and everyone will respect that. And yes, I know you're not used to working like this, but as of today, you're in charge. No pressure, G. Okay. Athena text? Chapter 6, Athena in the Garden of the Hesperides? Ides? Did not trust them, but they moved with such grace, such nobility, that it was hard not to follow them further into the strange garden of gears and cogs. They led her to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seemed to grow together, forming a kind of chamber strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grew a smaller tree made of bright blue steel, and upon this tree grew a single golden apple. This apple, the nymphs said in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all falter in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world. Alright? Um, have come to claim it, but all falter in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom its undying quality. Who would take this burden upon themselves? Some say that Hercules Ephlode. Interesting. Figure it out. The way I see it, the world doesn't come with a manual. You gotta figure it out yourself. A bit here, a bit there, put it together. Try to make sense of it. I'm pretty sure there is a truth, but that doesn't mean everyone who claims to know it really does. And again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We live in an amazing world, and searching for the truth can be a real adventure. Plus, it's good for the brain. Anyway, just some rambling thoughts from your old man. Don't let this stuff get you down. You're young, you've got loads of time to figure it out. All out. Love that. Um, that takes me back to here. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Describe function. Built-in library system is designed primarily to assist in classification in uh, in classifying data, secondarily in facilities users interact. Also provides powerful networking. Couple of the archives. Publishing date range from 1st July 1995 to 27th of June 2030. Yeah. How long has the system been running for? The system has been active for. Alright, that's a lot of years. What's the current state? There are 47 million resources in archive, taking up 5.421275 petabytes. That's a lot of space. Okay. It is approximately the size of 30 billion photos, 7 million minutes of HD video, the entire internet in 2003. That's insane. However, the majority of libraries are corrupted or invalid. Okay. What are these terminals? Terminals provide access to the library's archives. Alright, pretty good. What causes the data corruption? Progressive data corruption is inevitable in a system over time. Additionally, a large number of inconsistencies were detected during sorting. It is the greater than average data invalidation. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Well, we got some extra Tetris bits. We've learned some information. Let's keep diving deeper. There's a
Step into the light, child, and my temple will be revealed to you.
all right. I always trust the voice. Always trust the voices in my head.
You walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
Well, bigger than I anticipated. I'm gonna go back to my cave. I learned too much. All right, let's keep going. Trio Bombadicus. I'm gonna call them Bombies. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna need to release them all. I see. So what I should do is stand way the flat back here. Disable. Enable. Disable. Oops. Disable. Enable. Disable. Enable. Okay, pajammer. Disable that. Run in here. Grab the Tetris bit. Get the fuck out. Alright. I'm liking these so far. Poking a sleeping lion. Okay. Okay. Then grab this guy. Dab this and get the heck out of here. Okay. Well, I guess we're done in this case. Is there anything behind here? Any little secret little nooks? You know what? This actually would have been I just about to hide a little Easter egg. Alright. Zoom! Oops. Alright, I guess we'll make our way to World 2. But first, distractions. Interesting. Okay.
Let this be our covenant. These worlds are yours, and you are free to walk amongst them and subdue them. But the great tower, there you may not go. For in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
What tower? Where? I'm not seeing a tower. This is beeping at me. I'm gonna look at this failed list. SS Tom portal. troubleshooting. Here to the update. Two equals 4. What is your subjective reaction to this image? Intent, base, intent. That describes a person, a human being. I'm gonna say a rational animal. You're walking through the desert and come across a thirsty traveler. His eyes bulge from slow dehydration. You have water, but you're not sure how far it is to the next oasis. What do you do? Offer the water. Whether the certification process has been completed, you will receive a notification when part 2 is generated. Okay, interesting. Ian. My first day at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. On the way home, on the way to work, I'm terrified. I'm terrified. What if they don't like me? What if they're all geniuses and I'm a complete buffoon? Maybe they were just kidding about letting me work there. Trembling, I walk in, and right at the entrance, there's a life-size poster of Jeff, uh, Jeff, Jeff Goldblum. What the hell? Then I get, then I get it. Institute of Applied Pneumatics. Ian. Dr. Ian Malcolm from the Jurassic Park movie, Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Man, Sarab. Man, my stuttering is not letting me say that, guys. I'm sorry. Shows up smiling. We were trying to find a cool acronym back when the institute was founded, she said. And on IAPNINAPNO, it all sounded stupid, but we didn't just want to call it Ian because, well, that's just a name. Then someone made a joke about calling it Jeff, and it kind of stuck. So we're officially called Ian, but if you hear anyone referring to Jeff, that's our internal name, I guess. I know. I know. Bloody geek. After that conversation, I wasn't too scared anymore. Data analysis. Uh, Note 1, novels per sentence. She woke up in an impossible place, knowing nothing signifies more than the beginning of another. Amnesia-based mystery, though we should not go so far as to read the entire work of Allegory. Um, Rather, while taking the science fictional novice at the core of the narrative at face value, we should. To having no inherent knowledge of the nature of the world, forced to rely on what we are told by others and what our own subjective, flawed, limited senses tell us. Interesting. That's what someone inserted into the sentence. 54, 75. There's a bunch of numbers. I'm sure there's like a code here. For anyone who likes solving like these types of like ARG puzzles, feel free to do so. I'm not going to do that. Social reality. Because I believe I remember seeing this decipher somewhere before. Social reality, belief, and objective reality matter come into conflict. Note 3. When in chapter 16, a second awakening in the kingdom of Artemis. So like there's definitely been a lot of like Greek correlations to this with the everything of the, the, the game. Um, so Talos principle. Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze, and that but one vein within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of the liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man. He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man, while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. Interesting. All right. What's this?
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Ha! A bit of a pickle. Maybe I can do a little scoop around this. Okay. Disable this. Oh, there's another lad. Nope. Okay, we'll let this guy bounce. Have this and get the heck out.
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose. But your choices must be your own. Therefore, I will not guide you, unless it is necessary.
It's over here. The music in this game is beautiful. It's very, like, serene. Okay. Why did this glitch? Pretty. I'm guessing I can't swim. Oh. Huh. This one that actually takes me somewhere? There are secret notes everywhere. That were sometime within our own very words. I glimpse them, but my eyes cannot read them. How can this be? Beep boop. Error. Oh, I have to click this? Okay. Error. Can load archive to the shade of flower. The, that day I oft remember when from sleep I first awake and found myself reposed under the shade on flower, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how. Okay. Human machine. One day you discover that you are not a human being but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Physical and mental capabilities are identical to those of organic human beings, but you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are just a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have nothing before and nothing would change. Do you, how do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. A. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Has your understanding of the world itself changed? Or do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself? The 26th is the final deadline. Huh. Interesting question. Okay. All this claim calm people are driving me nuts. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these latter day Guatemalas are at least being somewhat realistic. I know what's even worse. Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they gonna do? Shoot, um, censored. Though I have to admit, the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated. To the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of those idiots is really messing up my final days. Anyway, I the reason I'm writing is okay. Nothing too important there. We can exit. Pretty sure I can't swim. I heard static. Not sure what I'm looking for. But just having a little look. I'm sure there's like secrets and stuff that I'm missing. Ah, here we go. Hollow windows. I see. So we gotta aim things through windows. Make progress. I see. Use that to keep that open, and then use this to aim at that other window? Aha! Sorry, I got something in my nose. We can open this, and then we should be able to swoop right around and run in here and grab the Tetris piece. My A is full. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm grabbing a tissue, but it's stuck in the box. Okay. Alright, let's head on out of here. Okay, there's an L, a yellow L, an unaliving mission. That looks like it's disabled. Yes. Ugh. Hello. Oh, I see. I see what I gotta do. Alright, that wasn't how I thought that was gonna play out. I thought the turret was gonna shoot the bomb, blow the bomb up, and then I would have to like disable the turret again. But it exploding and taking both out works for me too. Looks like I got all the pieces. Yeah, I think I have all the bits. Nice. Well, this feels like a good wrapping point for this video. Uh, Next video, I think we're gonna try taking on room 3, maybe room 4 if we're feeling a little spicy. I think I also have what it takes to maybe unlock one of these. So who knows? We'll see. But till then, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye for now.